Welcome to Concept Craft. We are presenting step-by-step videos training to crack your certification exam, so you can gain the confidence to take on any accounting challenge. Now let's begin our today's lesson. Advanced Sales Tax Activities. Learning Outcomes. In this lesson, we'll cover setting up and using sales tax in QuickBooks Online. Topics: setting up sales tax agencies, using custom sales tax rates, setting up custom sales tax rates, making tax less of a task. Accuracy is essential when it comes to all matters involving tax. QuickBooks Online automates much of the work in calculating sales tax for clients. However, there are still some tasks related to sales tax that you'll have to do manually, and you'll want to make sure you get them right. How can QuickBooks Online help? The Sales Tax Center in QuickBooks Online gives clients the power to manage sales tax affairs with confidence. In this lesson, we'll cover how to carry out some advanced tasks, including setting up and adding new tax agencies, creating custom sales tax rates, and adding sales tax to a sales transaction. Adding additional sales tax agencies. Clients sometimes need to track and pay taxes in multiple tax jurisdictions. We explained how to set up a client's primary sales tax agency in our basic sales tax lesson, but now let's see how to add a new tax agency in the Sales Tax Center. Go to the Sales Tax Center. Select the Sales Tax Settings link on the right. Select Add Agency. From the Agency drop-down, select an agency. Select the filing frequency in the next drop-down. Remember that the filing frequency is determined by the state and is often based on the volume of sales. Check your state's website for the correct frequency. Set the start date. Then select the reporting method. Finally, select Save. The new agency now appears on the list. If you don't need to collect sales tax for this agency anymore, you can select Edit to make this agency inactive. Using custom sales tax rates. Now let's look at when you may need to use a custom sales tax rate, and what to consider when doing so. Select the questions to find out more. When might you need to use a custom rate? A common example of when you'd use a custom sales tax rate is when the location of sale was in a state that doesn't have sales tax, such as Alaska, Delaware, Montana, New Hampshire, or Oregon. Although sales tax might not apply in these states, businesses might be subject to other types of taxes. Find out more in our article about states that don't have sales tax. If you need to charge another type of tax on top of the usual sales tax, don't worry. In QuickBooks Online, you can track sales tax automatically, and then use the custom rates feature for other types of taxes. For example, use custom rates to manually track special tax rates like meals or excise tax. Remember that you can't use more than one tax on the same transaction. If your client just switched from manual sales tax in QuickBooks Online to automated sales tax, they can also use custom rates to continue tracking sales tax manually. What effect does using a custom sales tax rate have? When you're using a custom rate, the sales tax is still calculated on the customer's tax status, as well as the product or service taxability. However, the location and date of sale don't apply. How do you tell QuickBooks Online that a customer is subject to a custom sales tax rate? You can specify that the customer is subject to a custom rate in the additional info section of the customer information record. What do you need to do once you or your client has set a new custom tax rate? Sales tax rates are based on the seller's location, unless it's a custom rate. This means that, after you or your client create a new custom tax rate, it needs to be applied manually to any customers who fall under it. Do this by changing the tax rate in the customer details settings. You and your clients can determine the tax rates applying to their customers by running a customer contact list report and customizing it to display the taxable status and tax rates of customers. Pro Advisor Tip. It's good practice when setting up custom rates to make it clear to QuickBooks Online users that it's not a standard rate. This could be done by prefacing the name of the custom rate with a C- or other, or by naming it based on the state, county, or city where that tax type applies. Setting up custom sales tax rates. There are some situations when you or your clients need to manually apply special tax rates. In QuickBooks Online, you can apply a special tax rate by creating a custom tax rate. Also, if your client has just switched to automated sales tax but still wants to track the sales tax for some items manually, you can use custom rates to do this. In the Sales Tax Center, select the Sales Tax Settings link. In the Custom Rates section, select Add Rate. Select Single. You can also add a combined sales tax rate. To do this, enter a nickname and select the tax agency for each individual rate you need to integrate into the custom rate. Enter the name for the custom rate. Make sure to be specific with the name, so that everyone clearly knows what it represents. It's good practice to include the type of tax you need to track and the name of the state, county, or city where that tax type applies. Being specific makes it easy to find and choose the correct rate on invoices or receipts. Examples could be accommodation tax, meals tax, or California excise tax. Select the tax agency you file payments to. Enter the rate. Then select Save. That's it. You've created a custom sales tax rate. Now you need to edit any customers to which you want this rate to apply and change the sales tax rate for them. Remember that, when using custom rates, it's your responsibility to change the tax rate in QuickBooks Online if the tax agency changes the rate. Summing up. Learning outcomes. Well done. In this lesson, we covered setting up and using sales tax in QuickBooks Online. Knowledge recap. The Sales Tax Center offers clients complete flexibility in managing their business tax liabilities. Next steps. In the next lesson, we'll cover how to file sales tax in QuickBooks Online.